Hi everyone. Well, welcome to the monthly forecast reading. I'd like to make a little introduction first for you to get to know what this is about, okay? So the intention for these readings are for them to be monthly. These are more of a general reading, okay? Focus with the intention to apply to as many as you as possible. Sort of global messages that affect the energy of our planet, that affect us at an individual level, and the consciousness, awareness, how it expands or how it contracts, depending, or the awareness that we constantly are receiving from higher sources into the awakening of this planet. So you're going to find that the messages from Spirit will be more at a general level. In fact, to make it more into the physical realm, I am going to be using my tarot card deck, okay? Normally I'm going to be using this one right here. It's called the Cosmic Tarot, okay? And my intention is to use this tarot deck in order to pull the messages that are for the most importance for Spirit. Since I am not tapping on anyone in specific, I want to do it this way, so the most information comes forth. In addition, I plan to tap all sources of light, okay? I will connect with the spirit guides. I will connect with the energies that may come to me or other sources of light that may come to me. Even if for some reason I receive information from the Akashic records, I will be sharing that also, okay? But these readings are intended to be more at a general level, okay? They are not intended at a personal level, and they won't work in that aspect, even though they will make a very strong influence in your life, especially if the energies are touching a living area that you are working on, okay? So, with that being said, let's go for the reading. Hey guys, how are you? How has that month of March been? How is the first quarter of 2018 going? I'm pretty sure many of you are thinking, wow, what a heck of a year. Because it's a great way to describe, this first quarter, what a heck of a quarter of a year. It has been really, really intense. It has felt that indeed it has been very open for maximum growth, for learning life lessons that you should have learned already before, and for even your own self-improvement. I could have seen that through many of readings, my own experience, the people surrounding me, everywhere. It's affecting globally. And I feel that it's going to keep going. And, it feels to me that here, today, I am seeing, and I haven't even brought the cards yet out, but I am seeing this sort of a road taking two ways, okay? And the meaning of this is that there is going to be possibly an ambiguous message coming up today, because for some, and this feels like a little bit of wishful thinking, but it seems that some people is going to be completely ready for being able to have even a further growth with a smaller energetic expense, which is something great because as we have been talking so far, it has been great progress, but at a great expense, at a great sacrifice, and sometimes without even having the chance to do so. But also at the same time, I am sensing that these very energies are intensifying. They are becoming stronger. They are becoming more intense, and things are even accelerating. And I can tell because with people I am working with, people that is having a hard time for whatever reasons, it feels that the universe keeps pushing, and for you to learn life lessons, the universe keeps pushing them, and pushing them. So it feels it's going to continue to be something around the same topic, okay? But as I've been sharing in the earlier months, in the topic of growth, not life lessons related so much to karma or to suffer for whatever reasons or to do this or that, but more like you must have done that last year, you should do it right now. Things that they have been overdue in any of your living areas, things that should have been done, things that they do not longer belong in your life, and they still are. It has been this 2018 that has been ripping it off right from our skins in the most abrupt way, but for our highest good and with great development. It feels to me that it's going to intensify even more at the same time, okay? So you know, I want to say that most of you who already went through the toughest and already have made big changes, things apparently are going to be relieving, okay? Which is good to know at some degree as well as I channel this. But also things that are still unlearned, things that are still yet to be done, it's going to even continue to accelerate, okay? There is an exponential acceleration, and it's a surprise to me as I channel. And I also watch this because I remember little after, but it's really interesting because many of these news, they really affect a ton of people, and I am being told many days. Thank you, by the way, for your messages. So, it's like I sense greatness, but also I'm like on guard. That might be because it has been very intense, but I also feel that coming from a spirit that things are even going to get better, but homework that is not done, it's going to be even more overdue, and you're going to have to even do it faster, if you know what I mean, okay? So let's go ahead and let's see here what's the first card. Okay, been shuffling before, and well, kind of not surprised, we start already with some fun here. So the first one, as you guys can see, is a Tower card, and well, that kind of like correlates a little bit everything that I was sharing. At some degree, I was fearing, well, not fearing, I was thinking about the forecast today, and I would get some insight, and I was already sensing a Ten of Swords, and I was saying, oh wow, flashing that into the camera is going to be crazy, and like that one, an additional cards, and now when this message was coming, it was like feeling more far away, that Ten of Swords, okay? More like, maybe not, but the Tower describes perfectly what I have been saying, If you already have taken that leap of faith, have upgraded your business, or have gotten your promotion, or you have grabbed a new job, or you proposed, or unfortunately you had to leave your marriage, or you went through an illness, or you healed a challenge with a friend, whatever it is, okay? You might have been doing those things that are no longer needed for you, and you have to release, especially those around your own, okay? And Spirit has been talking a little bit about us, and a little bit about us, and they are making me doing this, and for you to also do this on yourself, because I'm sensing that many of the lessons that we are being told, especially those of you who are more in a spiritual nature, or are more in a path to assist others, or in a path where you are truly trying to live your life to the fullest without bothering to other people. In other words, you're a good guy trying to live, or a good gal trying to live your life to the fullest, okay? Well, which I'm pretty sure it's most of you, okay? And people in this situation, a big life lesson, it's to learn to give self-value, and this is where the universe is hitting the strongest these days, okay? And that's why we are facing so many life challenges that is constantly touching those buttons that we have, or those weaker areas, in a way to point at those, to raise them, to empower them, okay? Well, many of you that I'm talking about, you can relate to this, and you have been going through this. Well, apparently in this April, it's going to decrease a little bit, okay, as I was saying at the beginning of the reading, but also, as I was mentioning with the Tower card, okay, it's really, really intense, because, for those of you who haven't done yet your accomplishments, those of you who have been struggling, who have been holding to fear, or have been holding to limiting self-beliefs, you're going to feel that life is going to push you even harder, really hard, because already the Tower is here, and I was already sensing since yesterday that there was a strong card going to come out. I didn't think of the Tower, I thought of the Ten of Swords, but the Tower is even fits better. And to be honest, it's something that I would say I would really consider to find 5 to 10 minutes a day to really ponder on your life, on everything that it's been toxic to you, because on April, Spirit just is telling me right now that it's about focusing on yourself. Once again, they are doing this, okay? And it's to focus more on yourself, and not in a selfish way, but in a way of finding balance, because it's not about giving your all to everyone. No, it's about finding some balance, finding some equal energetic exchange in whatever you do, whatever industry, doesn't matter, and you will need to see and realize that if you don't allow yourself to have, or you don't give yourself credit, or you don't pursue your dreams, you are going to feel even more sunk, okay? And with this tower here, life is going to really rock your foundation, okay, if you don't go through this, okay? Life is really going to rock your foundation in a way that you're going to say, wow, you're going to be almost intimidated, okay? Like you have a toxic marriage, well, boom, it might break. Or you have a toxic relationship with a friend, it will be no more. Or losing a job, or you're going to be forced into a promotion, or something, you're going to progress with even more strength. The universe is going to even push things more. Okay, and for those who have already been accomplishing things, it's going to get a little slower, but let's pay attention to this, because it's not like we all have healed everything. There is always more to heal. So the Tower card is going to hit, like many of the things are going to heal in life, but it's not the same having to heal 4 things and having to heal 40. But the Tower is going to hit all of them. So at some degree, if you have already been moving forward and taking steps in advance and taking steps ahead, you really will find that continuous progress. It will continue to exponentially grow, as Spirit has been telling back in November, December, okay, that exponential growth is going to happen. But also, if you have still those areas that are you trying to negate or trying to hide, they are going to still come out constantly. They are going to be coming out until you heal them and focus and notice them. And the Tower, it's really clear here, okay? So let's go ahead and see here for a second card, 6 of Swords. As you guys can see here, that the camera focus, because it's a little odd with the light here. Well, the camera, it's not cooperating a lot. Probably will be seen better in the actual video afterwards. But the 6 of Swords is a validation even more for what I was sharing before, okay? The 6 of Swords represents finding healing, finding balance, and finding new tools to use in life out from the difficulty of a challenge. Like that pyramid you can see on the very edge, okay? It's been left behind. You can see the symbolism of healing, and then you can find balance, and you can see the swords. They represent tools for me in this situation, and not precisely tools for the next challenge, but tools for you to use, for you to grow. Well, everything that you have been doing these last 3 months, that you have been busting your butt, literally, I'm pretty sure many of you have, okay? Now you are going to harvest even more. It's going to blossom even more. It's going to be even crazier, okay? And now that I said blossom, they gave me the symbolism of a spring. First time they gave me such symbolism, very elemental. But, it's what Spirit gave me. And they are sharing that also at the same time that we all are going to go through that tower, some more, some less. At least another plus of you not resisting and not allowing fear to control your life and finding self-empowerment and finding self-growth and introspection times, you are going to start to collect even more. So it's going to make even easier that tower over there, okay? So it's kind of like a little bit the 2 sides I've been sharing of, and we have still one more card here, which is a 4 of Swords. And this 4 of Swords here is actually reinforcing at a deeper level even more about the tools, because already I was going to say, in the 6 of Swords, the pyramid is left behind, the challenges, the difficulties are being left behind. So, it feels to me that you don't have to go through them again. You will have to go through new things, but not through the same things again, okay? And the 4 of Swords is reinforcing the fact that you don't have to be on guard, okay? What I was sharing about the 6 of Swords, that those are tools, more like be ready for a battle, okay? They are tools for, yes, sure, the battle of life, but not like a struggle, not something negative or not something challenging. Tools can be content, can be followers in your YouTube channel, it can be, more people buying your book, or more customers in your store, more products in whatever, okay? And precisely, some of these tools, I am being told that also you're going to be able to even meditate on them and even empower them more, okay, which is what the 4 of Swords is representing here, okay? You're going to have some relief also. Apparently there is going to be some relief, and that's good to say, that personally I can tell, there will be some relief this month, a little bit, okay? But again, a little bit, okay? And especially on those who already have been having some tough months, but having progressing and not falling back into the hands of fear. Okay? So for those who are constantly growing, the need for growth, it's going to decrease a little bit, okay? Because there's still that tower ripping apart those areas that we need to fix. That Six of Swords representing that balance and those tools we are gaining. And the Four of Swords cementing that those are new tools, new knowledge, new whatever in your life that you may use now, but you also will use in the future, and also the universe in some areas of your life is going to give you some breathing space, okay? And very powerful message, very direct, very straightforward. It felt really, really strong to me, so I'm gonna leave it here now because it's going to be really, really clear, and they are showing me a very focused bubble of light, like really the universe is going to aim at this, and I'm pretty sure that most of you, if not all, are going to relate to this because it's like really intense everywhere. And it's going to continue to be, but it's going to be milder for some, tougher for others, okay? So make sure to give plenty of time to work on yourself and with your own self, okay? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this forecast, and see you next month.